All right, welcome. Go ahead and lie down in Shavasana. So come to your back. Take up as much space as you'd like. Close the eyes. And just lay down, maybe hand to belly or hand to heart, maybe palms up by your sides. Just lying down, surrendering, noticing how you're feeling, how your body's feeling, tuning into your breath, carving out the 60 minutes for you and your body to feel. It may not always feel good, it might feel different or difficult, but just be aware of how you are feeling. And our intention this month that I offer, and you can always choose your own, is around pride and pleasure. So Adrienne Maree Brown says, there's no way to repress pleasure and expect liberation, satisfaction, or joy. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths just lying on your back. Settling into your space. Maybe some audible exhales. And then staying on your back, if you want to start some music, you go ahead and get it started. Just cross your right ankle over your left as you lie down and reach your arms to the left. Just kind of curving your body, stretching, pulling through the toes and reaching through the fingers. And then come back to center and switch sides, crossing the left ankle over the right and reaching your arms to the right. You can grow even longer. And then come back to center and take a full body stretch, stretching the arms and the legs long. And then draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug, a little squeeze. Bring the hands behind the thighs and start to rock and roll on your spine, just letting it feel nice without a destination yet. Kicking your feet forward and back, massaging the back. Eventually, you'll come to a seat with the soles of the feet planted. And take your time to get there, gathering your momentum to sit up tall with the feet about hip-width distance apart, lengthening the spine. And then bring the hands behind your back when you're ready. So press into the palms. Fingers can be facing wide or facing the hip. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, lift. Reach the knees forward, squeeze the thighs, and let the head just release back. Reverse table. Exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. And cross the right ankle over the left for figure 4. So from here, press your right knee away from you, flexing your right toes, and just start to tilt your left knee side to side. So rocking the hips, the thighs, the legs. You can go slowly, you can really exaggerate it. Continue to breathe. Warming up the hip joints. And then release the right foot down. Take another reverse tabletop. Hips lift. Reach the knees forward, head back. And lower the hips down. We'll take the other side. So left ankle over right thigh. Press the left knee away from you. And then when you're ready, it can be a small side to side or a larger side to side. Swing the legs. Then when you're ready, 2 feet down, either reverse table again or stretch the legs long, straighten the legs, press into the heels, reverse plank. Inhale, lift the hips. The head can go back if that feels okay for the neck. And then slowly lower the legs, the hips back down. Press into the palms to lengthen the spine. Flex the toes towards the shin. And then we start to fold forward. You can bend the knees generously or keep them straight for the first forward fold of the practice. Reach for the ankles, relax the head, keep lengthening the spine. Knees could be deeply bent here. We'll return here at the end of the practice, so just notice how it feels without judging how far you're going. One more breath. And slowly roll up, shoulders over the hips, bend the knees and come to butterfly, soles of the feet together, little fluff of the wings, and then find stillness. Maybe you increase the size of the diamond by pulling your knees away or your heels away from you, or maybe make it a smaller shape. And if you'd like, you can fold forward here, just crawling the hands towards the top of the mat and letting the head and the neck release. Maybe move the head a little bit side to side, like you're saying yes, and then no. Maybe move the tongue and the jaw around to loosen up any tension you might be holding there. One more breath. Slowly curl the hands back to center. Keep the right knee bent and extend the left leg long. So it's like you're in tree pose on the mat. We're going to take Jana Shavasana. So your left forearm goes into the inner left thigh, reach the right arm over the ear, big side body stretch. You can close the eyes. Your right hand can hold the left side of the head. Keep pressing the left heel into the ground and flexing the left toes to engage that left leg. Go a little deeper, inhale here. And then sweep the right arm up and over outside the right hip. Press into the right palm and lift onto your right shin, lifting the hips. Rock star pose, left arm can reach over the ear. One more big breath. And then exhale, slowly descend back down and we'll switch legs. So the left knee bends and the right leg goes long. Flex the toes, lengthen the spine, and then fold your right forearm to the inner right thigh and left arm reaching over the ear towards the right leg. Relax the head and the neck here. Breathe into the left side body. One more big breath. And then left arm sweeps up and outside the left hip. Press into the left palm. Spread the fingers wide. Lift the hips, coming onto the left shin. Reach the right arm over the ear. Exhale, slowly come back down. And come onto tabletop, hands and knees. On all fours, spread the fingers nice and wide. When you can start to take some wrist stretches and cat-cow together at whatever pace you want. Maybe flipping one palm towards your knees or flipping the fingers so that your palm is facing you. Going ahead and taking some wrist stretches on the left and the right side. Maybe some gentle side cat-cow or traditional cat-cow as you do that. We have 10 breaths here. So take your time to stretch out the wrists. We're on our hands a lot in yoga, so make sure that you're supporting them. And you only have to go as far as feels comfortable. You don't want to strain your wrists. Starting to incorporate the undulation of the spine, a little side to side. Maybe close the eyes. 5 more breaths. Moving organically, maybe eyes closed. 2 more breaths. Making sure you got left and right side of the wrist. And we meet in tabletop when you feel ready. So spread the fingers wide, index fingers pointing forward. Tuck the toes, press into the palm, really claw them out with your finger pads so that wrists are supported. Lift and cover the knees and the shins. With the knees bent, step your right foot out off the mat. Keep it there, and the left leg goes out off the mat. So it's a wide tabletop with a hover. Step your right foot in and your left foot in. You can lower the knees or stay hovering. Left foot wide, right foot wide, left foot in, right foot in. Keep going. Try to keep your hips stable. Just gently stepping wider with your bent knees. If you want to increase the energy, you can hop your feet out and hop them in. Totally optional. Take about 2 more rounds, whatever variation you're doing. And then downward facing dog. Stretch the legs long. 8 breaths here. Stillness or movement. Pedal the legs. Shake the head. Bend one knee, then the other. Slow down the breath, especially if you took the hopping option, a little bit more cardio. Notice how the first down dog of the practice, maybe first of the weekend, feels. Moving curiously, noticing how it feels. And begin to find a little bit of stillness in your downward facing dog. Walk your feet as wide as the mat and start to bring your hands closer together. Left hand stays towards center of the mat. Right hand goes under for a twisted down dog, grabbing your left thigh, ankle, or calf. Look under your left armpit. Keep reaching the heels back. Right hand returns to the mat. Left hand reaches under and across to the opposite leg. Really pull your chest under and look under the right armpit. Two hands down, downward facing dog. Walk your feet back to about hip width distance apart. And walk your hands to your feet for a forward fold at the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the left knee, left hand down, reach right hand high, twisted forward fold. Maybe roll that right wrist out here. And switch sides. Right hand down, right knee bends deeply, left hand reaches for the ceiling. Relax the head, relax the neck. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for the half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, reach all the way up. Take your feet a little wider apart. Inhale, lift your heels, coming onto your toes. And then exhale, heels down, fold forward, hinging over the hips. Walk your hands forward, plank pose. First plank of the practice. You can always lower the knees, shoulders, elbows, and wrists in line. Lift the thighs. Keep your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. So taking them to the edges of the mat and reach your right arm forward like you're shaking someone's hand. Notice what happened to your hips. Keep them level. Right hand down. Reach your left arm forward. Left hand down. Reach your right leg up, hovering the leg. And lower. And left leg lifts to hover. And lower. Everybody lower the knees, chest and chin, first flow of the practice. Untuck the toes, inhale for cobra. Exhale, release. One more time, cobra, pressing to the toenails, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, child's pose, pressing to the palms. Toes together, knees wide. Hips to heels. Bend your elbows and press your palms overhead. Getting a little bit of a tricep stretch. Few breaths here. And then release your hands and press back, downward facing dog. From down dog, look towards your thumbs. Walk, or if you feel ready, bend your knees and on the exhale, hop, land soft, top of the mat. Half lift, long spine. Exhale, release, bend the knees, stay here, ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, sway a little side to side. Let the arms go, take another half lift to reset. Exhale to release. Inhale, rise up, mountain again. Lift the heels, coming up the toes, playing with the balance. And exhale, forward fold. We'll start some sun salutations. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet to plank. Option for your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or shifting the weight forward, lowering halfway. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. We'll start with low lunge. Left leg lift, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee down. With your breath, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Or skip it and go to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high, low lunge. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Left knee gently lower. Inhale, arms up. Relax the shoulders, spread through fingertips. Exhale, hands down. Listen carefully. Left foot step to the top of the mat to meet the right forward fold. Half lift. Release. Inhale, mountain. Maybe the heels rise. Exhale, fold. Again, half lift, lengthen the spine. Step the right foot back and the left foot back. Down dog or your flow. Warming up the body with the sun salutation. This time, the option for high lunge, you can always stay in low lunge. Left leg lift. Step to the top of the mat or inch the foot further forward for a wide stance. And rise up, straightening the back leg. Exhale, hands frame the left foot back, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog as you're ready. If my voice is going faster than your breath, take it at your own pace. Inhale, right leg high, high lunge. Wearing the hips and the shoulders. Hands down, step forward, forward fold. Half lift. Let it go. Inhale, mountain, heels can rise. Exhale, heels down, hips down, chair pose. Different variation this time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Step, or if you'd like, you can gently hop back with bent elbows, taking your vinyasa or meeting in down dog. Left leg lifts. Warrior one, step the left foot where your left hand was, right heel down. Hands to the mat. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, warrior one with the right foot forward. Hands down. Step back. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath here. Exhale, let it go. Bend your knees, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Half lift. Chair pose. And inhale, stand all the way up. Hands to the heart, close the eyes. Reconnect with your breath. So we've done a few different rounds and variation of sun salutation. You're going to take the next few breaths to go through one more round on your own. On the left side, the right side, you can add any variations. You can make it up if you're not sure. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. So when you're ready, inhale, arms rise. Then exhale, fold, starting your sun salutation. No rush. Leave breath to movement. Maybe close the eyes. Taking your time to move through the left side, the right side. You can always take a child's pose between sides. Eventually make your way back to downward facing dog. Down dog when you're ready. If you're not there yet, just meet us when you can. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Draw the right knee towards the right elbow, and then step the right foot outside the right hand for active lizard. Take 2 breaths here, lift the left thigh. And then different variations. You could stay in active lizard. You could lower the left knee down. You could press the right thigh away from you. Or you could take the quad stretch. Left knee bends, reach back. One more breath. If you have the bind, gently release it. Right hand down, 3-legged dog, reach the right leg high. Bend the knee, open it up. Scorpion dog, shake that leg out, the ankle around, move the hips. And then lower the right foot down, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg lifts. Draw the left knee towards the elbow. And then quietly step the left foot outside left hand. Active lizard. Make a choice here, stay here. Right knee down, left hand to outer left thigh, or reach back, finding the twist or maybe the bind. You're not taking the bind, maybe you lower onto the forearms. Release the back foot, 2 hands down, left heel high, 3-legged down dog. Bend the knee, heel towards glute, open it up. Keep squaring the shoulders. Downward facing dog, 2 feet to the mat. Look to your hands. We're going to hop or walk to a squat. Bend the knees, feet outside the hands. Press into the palms. Lift the chest. So heels in and toes are out. Reach the left hand out and reach the right arm up. Stay here or bend the elbows. And maybe you grab for fingers or waistband, shorts, whatever. Keep lifting the chest. Switch side, right hand down, left hand up. Stay here with the arms long, or bend the left elbow, bend the right elbow in front of the right shin. Maybe raise fingertips or grab onto your t-shirt. Release, take a wide-legged forward fold. Heel toe the feet back to center, half lift to reset the spine. Plant the palms and step to plank, hold plank. We have a little bit more core here. Walk the feet a little bit wider. Reach the right arm forward. Stay here or lift and cover the left leg back. Stay here, maybe crunch elbow towards knee and extend. One more. Elbow towards knee, extend. Plank pose. You can lower the knees if you need to break. Second side, left arm forward. Right heel lifts and hovers. Stretch through the fingers, maybe crunch elbow to knee. Extend. Again, crunch. Extend. 2 hands down, 2 feet down. You can lower the knees if you need a break. Walk your right foot wide and then your left foot wide. So we did this with knees bent. Left foot in, right foot in. Keep going. Left foot, right foot, right foot. Left foot, alternating which foot is the lead. Taking it nice and wide to feel those obliques work. And if you want, you can hop like a jumping jack, feet in, feet out, land softly, quiet hops, very light. All right, pause and plank. Take a break if you need to, down dog or knees down. Stay in it, plank if you can, come back to plank. Lift and hover the right toe. Draw the right knee towards the right elbow, crunch and extend. 2 more, crunch, extend, crunch, extend, left toes lift, crunch, and extend. Twice more. Downward facing dog is your release. Stretch it back, take a big audible exhale, let it go. 2 more breaths here. Feeling nice and warm now, if you weren't already. From downward facing dog, reach the right leg high, high lunge, step to the top of the mat. Slow the breath down. Sweep the arms back, chest forward, airplane. Right foot is your base, one-legged mountain, left knee lifts, arms up by the ear. Start to sink your hips and come into figure four. We did this from our seat. So left ankle over right thigh. Any arm variation, you can press the palms or reach them wide or back. Maybe you can smooth out the breath, sit a little lower. Maintaining our balance on that right ankle, rise up one-legged mountain. Take your left knee out to the left and find tree pose. So the left foot can go to the thigh or the ankle, anywhere but the knee. Keep reaching your arms high for tree pose. Stand tall. And then just step your left foot behind you, toes facing forward. Lift your right knee up, take it out wide, and find tree on the right side. So you can use your hand to put your foot there. Any arm variation of your branches. Really press the foot into the thigh and thigh into the foot. And then we'll take this twice more. Just step a little step back. Traveling tree, taking it backward. Once more on the left, and once more on the right, until you reach the back of your mat. All right, at the back of the mat, lift your right knee back to one-legged mountain. And a big step forward into high lunge, right foot to the top of the mat, left leg long behind you, where we started the sequence. Open up warrior two, left heel down, reach the arms away from each other. Maybe extend your stance even wider. Stay in the lunge, reverse warrior. Back to warrior two, keep lunging. Inhale, rise up, star, straighten the legs, heels in, toes out. Heel toe the feet a little closer, a shorter, smaller stance for your star. And then bending into your left knee, take all the way to the left, balancing star. Right foot down, take it to the other side. So right arm reaches towards the right, left arm to the sky. Shifting the weight, take it once more on each side. Maybe leaning a little further, as if you're almost in a half moon pose. When you're ready, 2 feet to the ground, star pose. Stretch through your fingers, broaden your chest. And then cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Step back to plank, an option to take your vinyasa, your flow. Make your way to down dog as you're ready. And from down dog, slowly lower the knees, keeping the hips over the knees, walk your arms forward for puppy pose. Chin or forehead to the mat. You could bend the elbows here and press the palms like we did in child's pose. Staying for about 8 rounds of breath, a little break about the halfway point of practice. If you need water, you can take that now as well. Start to extend your arms, draw your palms under your shoulders. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, high lunge, step to the top of the mat. Sweep the arms back, airplane. Reach the chest forward. Use that energy, the momentum to draw your right arms up and right knee lifts, one-legged mountain. Figure four. So we've been here on the left side. You know where we're headed. Get a little lower in the seat, maybe palms pressed or maybe arms wide. Rise back up, one-legged mountain. See if you can keep that right leg lifted. Take the right knee to the right, and then find tree. So balancing on the left leg this time. Draw the left hip in. It has a tendency to splay out to the left. Take a big inhale, and then exhale straight back with that right foot, right toes facing forward. Left knee lifts. Take it out wide, tree pose. Left knee. Twice more, so stepping left foot back, right knee rises. Take your time, holding the pose for a round of breath. And then last time, the right foot is going to go back, the left knee will lift, leg goes wide. And really press the sole of the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. See if you can maintain the balance. Lift the left knee for one-legged mountain. And then look to the top of the mat. Big step forward, bending into your left knee, high lunge, just to transition. Warrior two, open up, left arm forward, right arm back. Relax the shoulders, maybe widen your stance. Reverse your warrior, left hand up. Back to warrior two, left hand in line with the right. Relax the shoulders again. Inhale, rise up, star pose. This time get low, squat down for goddess. Press the palms, knees stay wide. Lift the chest. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, get low. One more time, star pose. And then curl the hands to the top of the mat, Vinyasa. Make your way to down dog. From downward facing dog, we'll hop into a squat again or walk. Bend the knees, look forward, land soft. Heels in, toes out, Malasana. All right, we're going to try bird of paradise. So you can stay right here in the squat. You could take the variation we took before with arms open, or I'll offer this bind. So left arm and down, right arm up. You'll thread the left arm instead of in front of the shin this time, under your legs, under the thigh, reach the right arm back, and maybe you have the bind or you grab your shirt. From here, lift the left heel, pop the left heel up, press into your right foot, and see if you can, from your left toes, rise all the way to stand. If you lost the bind, that's okay. You could just take tree pose again. So left foot to right thigh. If you're in bird of paradise, stand taller, lift the chest. Maybe you play with straightening and extending that left leg out. If you fall out of balance, you can try to come back in, or you could meet in tree pose. Everybody release. Shake that out. Shake out the limbs. Maybe a little washing machine. Let it go. And let's try the other side. So coming towards the squat pose, heels in, toes out, face down, squat. This time, left hand down, left arm under the right arm under the right thigh, left arm behind you. Whichever side you're binding on, that heel goes up. So coming onto the toes, start to straighten the left leg. Maybe you can roll your chest up into a bird of paradise or any variation or another tree pose, holding the balance a little longer than we did in our traveling tree. Maybe you can straighten the leg on this side, maybe not. Stand tall. And when you're ready, let that go. Shake out the wrists a little, shake out the shoulders, move the chest, washing machine, let it go. And when you're ready, make your way towards the top of your mat. Take a vinyasa to wash that all out. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, fold, half lift. Take it through your flow. We meet in downward facing dog. All right, from down dog, look to the top of your mat again. Walk or hop. Keep the feet hip width distance apart or toes together. Chair pose, sink down, hips low, arms up. Sweep the arms back, airplane, and lift the heels. Lower the heels, arms up. Keep going. Airplane arms, heels lift. Heels down, arms up. One more time. Sweep back. This time, interlace the hands. Lower the heels and fold forward. Walk your feet wide again. If they're not hip width distance apart, keep the hands interlaced. Maybe bend the knees, let your chest lay on the thighs, or keep the legs straight. You can bend one knee, then the other. Let the head be heavy. All right, release the hands, half lift. Chair pose again. You could have your toes together. Airplane arms. This time, press into your right foot, left leg lifts, one-legged mountain. Step the left foot to the back of the mat slowly, coming into high lunge. Open up, warrior two. This time, straighten the right leg and take reverse triangle. Back into warrior two. Sweep the left arm forward, lift the left heel back into high lunge. Sweep the arms back, airplane. Start to walk your back foot in. Bring your hands to the mat and lift your left leg for standing split. You're moving into another peak pose. Left hand to left hip. Roll open, half moon. Left hand to the sky or keep it on your hip. Keep the right toes facing forward. Right hand can always move to a block or a prop. Stretch your left arm to the sky. If you can, hover your right fingers off the floor or the block. And step the left foot to the back of the mat, warrior two. Inhale, rise up, star pose. Bring your toes to face the wide edge of the mat and fold forward, wide-legged forward fold of choice. Walk your hands to your feet or walk them forward or through the legs. We close the eyes. 3 more breaths. Start to walk your hands back under the chest wherever they are and take a half lift to lengthen the spine. Crawl your hands to the top of the mat. Walk your right foot back, plank. Vinyasa. All right, from down dog, we have the second side. Bend the knees, lift to your hands. Walk or hop forward. Little half lift. Heels wide apart or toes together, chair pose. Sweep the arms back, lift the heels. Heels down, arms up. Again. One more time. Arms back, heels down. Press into the left foot, right leg rises, one-legged mountain. Start to reach the right heel back, chest comes forward. High lunge, right foot steps to the back of the mat. Open up, warrior two. Straighten the left leg up and back, reverse triangle. Back into warrior two, bend the left knee. And back into high lunge, so turn the hips forward, lift the back heel. Sweep the arms back, chest forward, airplane arms. And then hands come down to frame the left foot. Walk the back foot in. Lift the right heel high, standing splits. Maybe bring a block under your left arm and shoulder. Start to turn the right toe to the right, heel to the left, and reach the right hand to your hip or to the sky. Half moon pose. Maybe hover your left fingers. Landing in warrior two, bend the left knee, step to the back of the mat. Take a breath here to compose yourself and then rise up, star pose. Bring the toes and heels parallel with each other and fold, wide-legged fold, maybe a wider stance this time. If you'd like an inversion, you could play with a headstand, if that's part of your practice. You could take a twist here, 7 or 8 breaths. Wherever you are, start to walk your hands back under the chest. Inhale, take a big half lift. And then bend into your right knee for a little side lunge to the right. Come back through center. And bend into the left. Take that one more time to each side. Bring your feet closer together. Just a little side lunge. Using the hands or reaching the arms away from you. The next time that your left knee is bent, bring your hands to the top of the mat and take your flow. Downward facing dog as you're ready. When you reach down dog, we have 3 breaths. Maybe audible exhale or stick out the tongue for a lion's breath. And from down dog, inhale, right leg high, step forward, warrior one, left heel down, arms up. We've been here before, a little more space in the hips now. Plant the palms, step back, down dog. Second side, inhale, left leg lifts, warrior one. Notice how it feels at this point in the practice. To draw your left hip back, right hip forward, squaring the shoulders. Hands plant, step the left foot back, hips high, downward facing dog. We're going to start our warm down sequence. As you're ready, look to your hands, come to your tippy toes, and hop or walk to the top of the mat to come to a seat. So bring your hips down, feet in front of you, chest lifted, shins, feet planted, and then we take that figure 4 again. So cross the right ankle over the left, like we did in the warm-up, and start to sway side to side with the hips. Maybe now you can take it a little more exaggerated than we did in the warm-up. The next time you're swaying to the left, plant your right foot all the way down and lower your left shin. Sit up tall, and we're going to find a twist here. So turn towards your right, maybe hugging your right thigh in with your left arm. So seated spinal twist. Come over your right shoulder. One more big breath. And then a counter twist to your left, turn to your left, pull your chest. Bring both hands back behind you. Bring your feet in front of you. Reverse tabletop, stretch it out. Hips high, head back. Lower the hips down, and then just shake your legs out a little bit. I'm going to take the other side. So feet planted, left over right, side to side, swaying. Keep breathing here. Next time you start to lean to your right, plant the left foot, sit up tall, shoulders over the hips, and start to turn to your left, hugging the left thigh. You can try to get both sit bones down, but the left sit bone will naturally rise a little bit. One more breath. Unravel, turn to your right. Look to your right. 2 hands behind the back. This time stretch the legs long for reverse plank. Press the palms down. Inhale, lift the hips, the thighs. And then slowly lower to your seat. Stack pose. Just sit up tall. Press into the mat with your fists or your hands. And then we take a forward fold like we did in the warm-up. You could bend the knees if you need to. Or see if you have a little bit more mobility, flexibility here. Three more breaths. With every inhale, lengthen the spine. And with every exhale, fold forward a little more. Slowly start to roll back up and roll all the way onto your back. Coming onto your back, plant the feet, knees bent. We're going to take a back bend. So tickle your heels, press your palms, wheel or bridge pose. With wheel, hands face the shoulders, palms down. Bridge, inhale, lift the hips. Squeezing the thighs together, whichever variation you're taking. Reaching the knees forward, pressing into all 4 corners of the feet. Take about 4 more breaths, holding whichever back bend you're in. And then slowly use your next couple of breaths to tuck the tailbone and roll 1 vertebra at a time down. Bring the feet together, knees wide for butterfly, or soles the feet at the edges of your mat, knees together. Take a few breaths here. And then after a back bend, it's always really great to do a little bit of core. So you could stay here and just rest. Or if you have a little bit more effort in you, we're going to do some core from here. We did a lot of belly down core from plank, but we're just going to do bicycle. Hands behind the head, knees over the hips, lift the shoulder blades, or you could keep them lowered. You'll still feel the core working with the shoulders and the head down. To engage a little more, lift the shoulder blades, space between chin and chest. Just a couple bicycles, either just the legs moving or reaching for opposite elbow to knee. See if your thighs can stay in line with the hips. Don't draw them any closer. Last little bit of effort. For 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Take a full body stretch. Plant the feet again. And this time we're going to take either a supported back bend or shoulder stand. So hips rise, hands come to the sacrum, the lower back. You can stay here in your supported your supported posture of a back bend, or reach the legs to the sky. Don't look to the left and the right. Very important in shoulder stand. Reach the toes to the sky. If you have a wall nearby, you could just take feet off the wall, and you'll get the same benefits of the circulation, kind of the change of the blood flow. You could keep your feet straight, or you could bicycle the legs here. 10 breaths in this inversion, or this back bend, whichever posture you're in. If you want to go into plow, you can reach your feet long overhead, legs long or knees bent by the ears. Slowly start to come out of shoulder stand or your back bend again, using the hands to support you and slowly lower down. Extend the legs long. Come up onto your forearms for fish pose, the counter pose. So your palms will be flat. You're kind of sitting on top of your palms, elbows bent, forearms down. Lift your chin to the sky and slowly bring your head back to open the heart and the throat. Start to release out of fish pose, coming all the way onto your back. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And make your way to happy baby. Soles of the feet to the sky. Grab onto opposite feet or ankles. Bring the knees outside the rib cage. Move the sacrum side to side. Press the feet into the hands and the hands into the feet. Maybe stretch one leg long and then the other. We've come to the end of the practice. You have a full minute to stay in happy baby or to take a final twist of some kind or another inversion, whatever it is your body needs. Or after this last little bit of movement in happy baby, you can make your way into the most comfortable Shavasana, final resting pose, getting whatever props you need, getting warm. You could stay by the wall and take feet up the wall. You cover yourself with a blanket or get your socks on, or if it's hot, grab some water real quick. And use the next 5 breaths to finish up your last little bit of movements and get into the most comfortable pose you can to find stillness and silence. Truly the most challenging pose to just be still, do nothing at all, and let your body rest and integrate all the benefits of the work that you've done. So close the eyes here. Turn to a natural, unconscious breath. And I'll guide you out after 5 minutes.
A big breath in and a big sigh out. Repeat that again. And then use your next 5-10 breaths to find small movements or choose to stay in Shavasana as long as you wish. If you're finding small movement, maybe the fingers and the toes, the knees to the chest, finding a full hug and a roll to the fetal position to pause. Starting and ending our practice with Adrienne Maree Brown, the final quote from her. Pleasure is the point. Feeling good is not frivolous. It is freedom. So hopefully you're feeling good. But if not, just notice how it is you are feeling. Giving yourself that 60 minutes to feel your body, feel your breath. Returning to a seat, sit up tall. We'll take a breath in community. So roll the shoulders down the back. Exhale everything out. Inhale, fill up. And let it go. Thank you for practicing with me. Great to see you all. Get some water, hydrate.